Well, it's that time again. Let's walk in faith, talk about anime, and grow together. Welcome to Reb's Otaku Talk. Hey Otaku family, welcome back to Rev's Otaku Talk, where faith and fandom collide. I'm your host, Rev, and joining me is my co-host, K2.
Howdy.
And my other co-host, Raver Mom.
Hello.
Together, we'll venture into the world of anime through the lens of Christian values. Whether you're a seasoned otaku or just starting your anime journey, this is the place where we blend our love for all things anime with the walk in Christ. Join us as we explore thought-provoking themes, inspiring stories, and tackle the deeper connections between our favorite shows and our faith. It is all about finding God's truth in the worlds we love. This is your Christ Walk with Otaku Talk. Let's get started. Now, today's episode is going to be a fun one. In life, the one thing people do well and not so well at the same time is being tenacious or persistent and determined. So this week we will dive into Tenacity, inspired by the Mind of Raver Mom, following Ash Ketchum in the world of Pokémon. Now, Pokémon was created by Satoshi Tajiri. Pokémon the series is an ongoing animated television series that chronicles the adventures of Ash Ketchum and his loyal partner Pikachu, alongside his many friends. Produced by OLM Incorporated in Japan, the series first premiered on Tokyo TV April 1st of 1997. It was later dubbed in English and aired in North America on September 7th, 1998. International broadcasts were handled by 4Kids Entertainment until Season 8, after which the dub was taken over by TPCI starting with Season 9. The series is divided into multiple arcs, with each one corresponding to a season in the English dub. Seasons 1 through 6 were aired in 52-episode segments, while later seasons are divided based on the opening themes for each episode. As Pokemon Horizons, the series, Lyco and Roy have taken on the roles of the main dual protagonists. In episode 1 of our podcast, we talked about how the Bible story of Noah's Ark was brought up in Pokemon by Brock in Season 1. But in digging deeper, we find a characteristic in Ash that sticks out like a sore thumb, and that is his tenacity. Now, tenacity, by definition, is the quality or fact of being able to grip something firmly, to be very determined, or to be extremely persistent, or it is simply put as the fact of continuing to exist against all odds. Now, we can learn about tenacity from the Bible. In Romans chapter 12, verse 21, it says, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." This is something that Ash was extremely good at, as he was traveling through all these different regions and islands and lands. He is tenacious not only in his goal of obtaining his goal of being a Pokemon master, but also being tracked down and stopped by Team Rocket constantly, along with other, nemesis? He had to continue to push through. So my question for you two, we'll start with Raver Mom. What is one point in Ash's journey that you think he shows a ton of tenacity?
Well, I think going on, honestly, the first episode where he shows his first bout of it, where whenever he gets Pikachu and they're trying to catch a Spearow. Is that how you say it?
He was trying to catch a Pidgey, but then he...
See, I was asking you earlier, and you were like, no, you were wrong.
He was trying to catch a Pidgey, but then Pikachu wouldn't battle, so he threw a rock toward the Pidgey, and he ended up hitting a Spearow on the head instead.
That's right.
Yep.
So, anyways, in that whole storyline where Pikachu winds up getting really badly injured, and then he has all these, like, Spearows coming at him. And his goal, at that point in time, which we know his overall goal was to be the best Pokemon master. But I think in the beginning, his main goal was to be the best Pokemon trainer and to be Pikachu's best friend. And in order to do that, he had to learn how to take care of Pikachu. So against all odds, when Pikachu needed him, with all these birds coming at him, he was protective and trying to get Pikachu somewhere safe and everything, and to help out. And I feel like that was a really good start to him learning how to be tenacious, because he needed to get somewhere in order to save his friend, his Pokemon, and he was going to do anything and everything he could, even if it was up against all these birds, so to speak. So yeah, that's.
And I also think that's a scene where we see Pikachu have a little bit of that tenacity rubbed off on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because at that point, Ash is begging him, get in your Pokeball, get in your Pokeball. It's the best way I can protect you. And he won't do it.
Yeah.
But then he jumps up into the air, into the lightning bolt, and then bam, let me take down a few hundred birds in one shot.
Yep.
And then Pikachu is pretty much down for the count. And
I think both of them learned a lot of, in a lot of instances, to be tenacious in the correct way. Where Pikachu was being against Ash, and he learned in that whole scenario that he didn't need to be against Ash. He could be with Ash, and they could be against all odds together and be tenacious together. And I think that's a real good example for Christians, because we don't need to be tenacious by ourselves. We can have others with us to link arms, so to speak, and fight the battle together. That's why it's called the body of Christ, not just one person. But anyway, so yeah, that's my example.
Sweet. K2.
There are so many examples I can think of. The two that I can think of off the top of my head, the reason why I'm going to give two is because I don't remember the story quite so well to the first one, which is when he first gets Charmander, and it's storming out, and the Charmander's like huddled up trying to protect his flame, because we all know if the flame goes out, he dies, essentially.
Wasn't that Gary's? Are you talking about the one that was Gary's?
No, that wasn't Gary.
No, it was a gym leader's.
It wasn't a gym leader. It was like this guy who had his little gang of thugs.
That's where it was.
Yeah, and he left him on the tree stump. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, and he was sitting there. Charmander is he's a bad, horrible Pokemon. He can't do a daggone thing,
But yeah, I mean, from Charmander's point of view is, no, he's going to come back for me. I am going to stand here and, wait for him no matter what happens. Even if it's, detrimental to me. And this guy who comes out of nowhere randomly tries to, help him, does everything he can. Charmander does not want to move at all. It takes Ash, tremendous force to, get his jacket, wrap it around him, carry this thing all the way to a Pokemon Center without the flame going out.
Mm-hmm.
And then even after they get him to the Pokemon Center and they get his health up, he goes back out.
Yep.
Goes back to the rock. And then Ash, I think at this point both of them are showing tenacity.
Yep.
Because Charmander's determined to get back with his bum of a trainer, and Ash is determined to help him and be his friend and do its best for him, even though he doesn't want to do its best for himself. So that's a good one.
Yep.
And you said you had two?
I had two. The other one would be when Pikachu goes up against Raichu.
Lieutenant Surge's Raichu.
Yeah, and, after the first battle, they're like, all right, let's regroup. Pikachu's got to evolve. We need to get him the Thunderstone and, get him to evolve that way. And Pikachu just constantly rejects the artificial help of the stone. He's like, no, I'm going to do this on my own. I can get stronger on my own.
Yeah, that's the first time that he refused to evolve.
Yeah.
And I did get the answer to the question from the first episode. He did refuse to evolve twice. Once in the first season, after he went up against Lieutenant Surge
Yeah.
the first time and they were in the hospital. And the second time was in Pokemon XY. He runs into a group of Pikachus, and those Pikachus evolve themselves.
Mm.
And Pikachu was offered a stone by another Pikachu to evolve, and Pikachu refused. So there was 2 times that he refused
peer
to
pressure.
evolve. Yeah.
Go Pikachu.
That's a subject for another night, ain't it?
Oh, very much
Yep.
so.
Now, I want to bring Team Rocket into the mix. For me, I think he shows a lot of tenacity every time he has to go up against Team Rocket. Because he's always got to not just foil Team Rocket's plan, but it's proving them wrong. Whatever they're trying to prove or whatever goal they're trying to do, he automatically, they're up to no good. We got to foil them back. And in that essence, he shows tenacity. But where I think his tenacity toward Team Rocket kind of wavers is when they have to team up with Team Rocket, or even points where Ash's tenacity changes Team Rocket. And they're in a predicament where they're going up against this foe that is near impossible to beat. And then you got Team Rocket, we're the official Pikachu cheerleading squad, and they're cheerleading for Pikachu. And I think that kind of goes along with the verse that is before 12:21 in Romans. If you look at Romans 12:20, it says, "To the contrary of your enemy, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. For by doing so, you will heap burning coals on his head." This verse is where the term killing them with kindness comes from.
Yep.
And most people don't realize that if you are tenacious in treating those who do evil toward you, they end up changing if your tenacity is a positive tenacity. Because tenacity, you're tenacious. It sounds like such a negative word. But tenacity can be a very positive thing if you are steadfast and persistent in the right way. Mm-hmm. And it can cause hearts to change. It can cause situations to change. It can cause all sorts of stuff to change for the better. And you start seeing this with Team Rocket over time. Because they will side with them. They will fight with them. And over time, I'm sorry, as you get into later things, Jesse and James start getting soft. Mm-hmm. Whenever it comes to them. They, more and more often, you see them jump in and fight for or with Ash than you do against them.
Well, that's the good thing about tenacity, and what you're talking about is when you tap into, like what I like to say to my students, when you tap into God and you're being tenacious about it, or you're just being kind, because anybody can be kind. Like, I can go out and be good and do good things and be nice to people and stuff like that. But when you add God into that, that's when things change. And it's so true about being tenacious, and how even, I could be tenacious. Ash was tenacious, and he had nothing to do. Like, he wasn't a Christian, so to speak. But, like, as we tap into that, God's tenacity, that's when it definitely can make a change in people. And Ash is a good example of when you're not tapped into it, because he changed Team Rocket. But when we tap into God's tenacity, it definitely can make a difference.
Well, you were talking about tapping into God's tenacity. We can go back to that episode where Brock and them are standing on the plank in the middle of the ocean, and he brings up Noah's Ark.
Right.
At the point where they thought that they were, they couldn't get out of it, and it was time to just give up, and blah, 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 blah. And, we still have an option. In the story of Noah, after the flood, Noah sent out a bird to get an olive branch to see if there was land, and the bird brought back an olive branch. And Ash is like, "Yeah, we can do that. Pidgey, go."
Mm-hmm.
I think at that point it was Pidgeotto, but he sent out the bird, and the bird, Pidgeotto came back with a branch, and land is nearby. Let's do this thing. I like that, tapping into God's tenacity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think God is the most tenacious example we got.
I mean, you look at any 90s or early 2000s Shonen Jump protagonist, they are the definition of tenacity, tenacious.
Yeah. They liked, I think that was the most popular thing back in the 90s was all the protagonists had ADHD.
Yep.
Goku, airhead, very woohoo whenever it came to fighting. Naruto, airhead.
He's more of an...
He was very spastic.
I was going to say,
yes.
he's more than just an airhead. That's why I can't watch him.
Believe it.
Luffy came out, and Luffy showed up in the anime world in, I believe, 90, 98, 99. It was around the same time as Pokemon. And, I mean, come on. Our first meeting with him is him jumping out of a barrel screaming, "I slept so good."
Yeah.
I mean, so... But that's true. I mean, every single one of those characters, they don't give up for nothing.
Yeah.
Is there a point in your lives where you had to be tenacious, or you found tenaciousness like naturally occurring in your life?
Oof.
My first response is every time we get into an argument, and I have to be right. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Jeez, so stereotypical.
Oh my goodness. I love you.
I know.
I guess for me, I haven't really, felt that way, at least in a long time, but recently I'm going back to school, which is, always good, so I got to buckle down and, just study for that, so I guess that's, a bit tenacious.
Well, yeah.
You got to keep,
you
keep
got to be
focused.
persistent and determined to make it through. Because it's not easy going back to school after you're out for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think all three of us can attest to that. It's not easy at all to go back and do it. And Raver Mom, she just graduated with her bachelor's.
Congratulations.
And that was a long time running.
Yeah,
and
that was going to be my actual answer, my true answer. I was going to say with me school, one of my goals after I graduated high school was that I was going to get my bachelor's degree. And my first year of high school, which is when we got together and got married, a lot of things happened. Life happened, sure, drama happened. And it took a while for me to go back just to get my associates. And I felt like when I went back... And I went to CF, and I felt like everything happened. One thing after another. And I finally got my associate's degree, graduated in May of 2017, which was the same year that Rev got his license, or the year after.
2018, I got my
license. I have my associate. So then a year after he got his pastor's degree, but just within that year... my brother got into a car accident.
Oh.
And I passed away. That was 6 days before my birthday. So I graduated in May. He passed away in December. And then he got his pastoral license. And then it took a year just for me to apply to get my bachelor's. And then in the middle of my bachelor's, towards the end of my bachelor's, I lost my mom. And my grandfather, and Rev lost his grandmother. So needless to say, when I say it felt like everything was being thrown at us, but I was determined. I can definitely say that my goal was, I wanted to have my bachelor's degree. And it wasn't honestly for me. It was for my kids. Because I wanted to have something for them to see that no matter what happens in life, it doesn't matter what goal it is, whether it's getting a degree, whether it's, getting a certification at a tech school, like it doesn't matter. Whether you want to go out and build a brand new car from scratch, like it doesn't matter. Whatever the goal is, no matter what life throws at you, you can get through with God by your side and people helping you. Like it's possible. I did it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Is what I tell everybody. If you want to go back to school, do it. If you want to start a new hobby, put everything in it and don't give up because until you reach your goal. Because you can't reach your goal if you don't have tenacity. You can't, you want to be able at the end of your life be like, I did it. I didn't give up. I did it. Even if you don't make your goal. You need to be okay with yourself and say, okay, I did everything that I could. And I did it. Or I didn't do it, but at least I did everything, but yeah, that's my example for me. I probably have a lot, but I feel like that one sticks out to me just because of all the stuff that we went through. And now I have it. It's not on the wall yet, but I have both my degrees.
Yeah, we still got to order you a frame.
Yeah. But yeah, I will tell you though, when you have a goal like that, you're going to have obstacles. Because there were lots of times I wanted to quit. I had a professor who was not the nicest person to females. And I wind up dropping his class. And I almost quit because of it. Because I was like, if this is the kind of... And it was like, it was within my first session of the school. Mm-hmm. And I was like, if this is how the male teachers are going to be, I don't want to be at the... I'm not dealing with it. And, but I didn't. I stuck with it. I took another class to cover it. And everything turned out great. Now I have an amazing job. And working on finishing up my certifications and all of my lovely training for that. And so... being tenacious works. I still like my first answer, though. I'm kidding. I love you, baby.
For me, I would have to say it's the journey leading up to where I'm at. My wife will tell you I've got too many hobbies. Mm. I've got too many things that I do.
You would need our fingers and then borrow the neighbors. I'm kidding.
But my goal was to bring my hobbies together and use it for a purpose. I work on my car. I own a DJing business. I built a music studio in my office. I've been designing vinyls, decals, and everything else for cars. I've been designing t-shirts, and all this stuff has just been sitting there. And whenever God laid it on our hearts to do this ministry, it was like an opportunity to take everything and put it into one thing. Mm-hmm. And to be sitting here now, that was 2018. It's now 2025, and it's now coming together. And where the tenaciousness came in is at the beginning of it, I was in that negative tenacity. I was pushing for it, but what I was pushing for was pushing my family away from it instead of bringing them into it, because they are a very huge part of this. I was pushing them away, and it was causing issues. And this could have happened a whole lot earlier if I wouldn't have been doing that. Now the tenacity has switched. I mean, you can even tell the changes from the first episode to now. For the first episode, it was my ministry, my project, my goals, mine. And where in a worldly sense, it is, you could say it's mine. But one, this ministry is God's, it's not mine. Two, I'm not doing this alone. It's we. My wife is, Raver Mom has put time and just as much time and money, if not more, into this than I have. And I still take credit for it. Now, K2, you're in it.
I'm just all along for the ride.
So,
I'm just here for the memories on the ride. That's it.
He's in the little tugboat. We're pulling him along.
you are still on
He's
the
enjoying
side,
himself.
You are still on the sidecar of this motorcycle. Yes. So it's no longer a me thing, it's a we thing. And to change my mentality and to take that negative tenacity and turn it into a positive one has only made this ministry grow even further.
You tap it into God's tenacity.
There you go.
Yep.
But it's a cool thing. My car, you'll eventually see designs and stuff for the car show up online. It has been online in the past, but I've had to put it on pause because of a now heart transplant for the thing, which
for
will
the
happen.
car, not for people.
Not for me. It needs a new head. It's getting one in a couple of months.
And if you don't know what that means, it's okay. Get a book. Or YouTube University.
But in the time of that, I've been able to work on some of the custom work on it. Even though I'm not able to drive it, I'm still doing small things to push it forward, and designs change and ideas for it change because of finances, because you don't make much money running a podcast. Yep. And this is not doing this it's not the purpose to make money. But God will provide for his ministry, so I believe that the money will come, whether it's out of my pocket or somebody puts it there. It'll get done, which at that point, my pocket is our pocket. See, right there, gotta change that mental state of mind.
And this is where you insert your Cash App.
Insert my Cash App, sure. Whenever we go to events, we do have the ability for our followers and other people out there to donate to the ministry, and we do have a Cash App and a PayPal account for that. And I can post it online. I can post the QR codes and stuff like that. So if you would like to donate, we are going to be starting up a fundraiser that we did a couple of years back. But thanks to circumstances in our life, from deaths and births into the family, we weren't able to do it for the past couple of years, but we do a fundraiser where we raise money to buy Bibles and manga Bible companions to give away for free at our events to help people get into reading the Bible more, and it also introduces the gospel to them in a medium that they can relate to,
that they're interested in.
Yeah, that's where I showed you.
I picked one up and I was like reading through, and I'm like, this is really cool.
So we're going to be starting that fundraiser, and once that happens, the fundraiser is going to be through PayPal, so the PayPal will go up for that one. But there is opportunities to donate into the ministry, and we will be starting a Patreon account. I have a lot of ideas that all three of us can do for extra things for people who support us through Patreon. So that'll be another way that they can give into supporting this, because podcasts aren't cheap, and there's still pieces of equipment that can make this podcast flow a whole lot easier. And like I said, that costs money. I mean, microphones, monitors, all that stuff costs money. And it's stuff that we will need going into the future as we grow, but that takes finances. So there's going to be opportunities for people to give into this ministry. Also, all those shirts that I've been designing and all the decals and stuff like that, we are going to be starting a store called Rev's Otaku Shop, where we will have podcast merchandise available, as well as anime faith-based t-shirts and stuff like that on there, along with contemporary faith-based and inspirational shirts, and that'll be on there as well. Right now, I have designed Reb's Otaku Talk t-shirts, shoes.
Yep, our faces
Hats.
are on shoes.
We are if you go and you look at the YouTube podcast, I put them up in video form, and then they are also uploaded for YouTube music for the podcast. If you go to the video format, the picture that we use that has our anime avatars, those anime avatars are on the shoes. So they're pretty cool. They're a Converse style shoe, and they have Reb's Otaku Talk on one side, our faces on the other side, and our logo on the tongue.
Nice.
And then we got for the ladies, we got a pair of flip-flops that has my face on one shoe and Raver Mom's on the other shoe because of our love story from the Valentine's episode. And then K2, they have a single strap sandal that has mine and your face on it. So there's something for the guys. But there's a lot of stuff like that that's on there. And then we're going to have a special edition coffee. It's called we've got our own coffee line. It's called Reb's Con Kohi. It's basically con juice for the conventions. Got to caffeinate at a convention.
Okay.
That's specifically that's going to be available online. So this is where our tenacity has got us. We are going to have a store. We have the podcast. We are going to be able to go out to events and meet with people and spread God's word. And soon we'll be able to go to the conventions and do the same thing because that's the purpose of this. And it's growing beyond what I could have ever imagined. My wife's probably looking at me like, yeah, but you know it's going to get bigger.
Yep.
It'll come with time.
We had this conversation last night.
I told her what my end dream was. I would love for this ministry to go from what it is now to having our own convention.
That would be cool.
I want to do a like Reb's Otaku Con or something like that. And we have our own convention, and we have there are a lot of actors that are becoming very tenacious about their faith.
Mm-hmm.
And they are speaking about their faith at different conventions like Comic-Con in Tampa, MetroCon. I think I saw a video where they were talking about something at the San Diego Comic-Con where they give their success, they give credit for their success to God and their faith. And it's becoming more of a regular thing for them to come out with that. And I would like to do a convention where these actors, that's what I want you to talk about. I want you to testify. I want you to preach, Yeah. They give a whole different dynamic to a comic book or an anime convention and do it in that direction. But that's where tenacity is going to take us. So
dream big. You never know.
So K2, I hope you're on for the long haul, man.
I am.
You never know what we got planned next.
So yeah, it's something where it's going to grow and it's going to become what God wants it to be, and as long as we're faithful to it and we keep going the direction where we're going, because the only direction is up. We've already been to the bottom. You missed that part, and we're going up, and we're going to do this thing right, and see it succeed. And with that, I want to say thank you to everybody who supported us so far. This marks 1 month that we've been doing the podcast. 1 month.
Yay!
And our YouTube seems to be getting more traction than what our Spotify is. But altogether, within a month, we've gained about 4 to 5. No. We've gained about anywhere between 7 to 8 subscribers every week.
Yay. That's
so
awesome.
We are slowly growing, and I finally got some analytic information from it, and we are being heard in multiple countries.
Wow.
So that's
cool.
pretty awesome. I was telling K2 earlier, we not only got U.S. listeners, but I know we have at least 1 or 2 listeners in Germany. My cousin lives out there. And
That's awesome.
We also have some listeners in Italy.
Oh,
How in the world that happened,
is
I
so
have no
cool.
idea.
Well, hello from Little Beverly Hills in Florida.
So it must have been our pizza thing.
Yeah, it must have.
Arguing about pizza. We got the Italian.
You're welcome.
But we are being heard in multiple countries. So, I mean, this is where positive tenacity, riding on God's tenacity, is taking us.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking us overseas. And it's an amazing, humbling thing to see how that tenacity, how, where it's taking us.
Yeah.
I never in my life thought I'd be communicating to people on the other side of the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well, people don't realize, and it's crazy when you sit and think about it. I mean, we talk about, God owns everything, right? In the Bible, it says God owns a cattle on 1,000 hills, right? He's the one that made everything. He's the one that's everywhere, and it's hard for our human brains to be able to tap into that, because it's like we only believe what we see. We only believe, oh yeah, I've got this much amount of money in my bank account. This is how many cars I have. This is that. This is that. We can't sit here and actually fathom being able to communicate and have relationships and spread the gospel across the Pacific and across the Atlantic and not even go there. Like, with the way things are nowadays, it's like you can do anything, especially when God is with you.
what I think is amazing is the things that we were into in our childhood, and that's the medium that we're using to talk about how it influenced us. I mean, we are influenced by the tenacity of Ash and his Pokemon and Brock and Misty. We are influenced by the tenacity that we saw with that anime. Vash the Stampede and Trigun from episode 2. We were able to take hope from that. We were able to learn hope, and we were able to teach hope and share hope using that. Episode 3, which has been out just released today as we are recording this, but whenever people are listening to it, it was a week ago. To look at love, not just a romantic love, but a true love through the actions of Urza and Natsu from Fairy Tail, and to see that same type of love from Black Star and Tsubaki from Soul Eater. To be able to share the gospel using something that some churches are still against, but to be able to use that and be able to share the gospel with people is such an amazing thing to me, because of the fact that most people wouldn't think you'd be able to do it, or they don't have the state of mind to look for it. And it's an amazing thing, and I'm very honored that God looked to me and put it on my heart to do it, to be able to help pioneer this type of ministry, which is really awesome, and I can't wait to see where it goes. But we're actively going to be working on it and pushing for it to go there.
Something I want to tell you that I learned, and I forgot to tell you earlier today, but you might get a kick out of this, K2.
All right.
Have you ever heard of the song "Blessed Assurance"?
No.
Yes.
Okay, if you haven't, listen to it. It's a beautiful hymn.
The original one or the remake?
The original.
Okay.
The original. It was by a lady named Fanny Crosby. I want to say her last name. First name's Fanny. And the reason why it stuck is because your aunt's name.
Sorry, Aunt Carolyn. She put
Aunt
your
Carolyn,
name out
I
there.
love you. You are like one of my favorites. Okay, but that's what stuck to me. I love your name, but that it like clicked in my head, and that's how I remember. But anyways, back to the song. I'm reading the information. The original lady that composed the song, her name is Fanny, and her friend Phoebe, I can't remember her last name.
It wasn't Buffet.
No, not Buffet. Was playing this tune, and the lady, the friend Fanny, is like, "That's Blessed Assurance," and she composed the song "Blessed Assurance," right? And I'm reading the information about the author, about the composer, and about her friend, and it adds in Fanny was blind. The composer of Blessed Assurance. Now, whenever you are listening to it and you listen to the words, you would not imagine. Like, you literally sitting there, because like when you listen to songs, you try to imagine and picture what the author or the composer or the singer would be like. I'm sorry, but some of the words in the song, like, I would not have thought that the composer was blind, but she was blind. She was legally blind, and she composed one of the most beautiful, most popular hymns that was ever written. And it was written in 1873. I could be wrong on that, but it was in the late 18th century or 1800s. And it is still one of the most popular hymns today. So, Tenacity. Tap it into God's tenacity, and it has become one of the most popular hymns that people still sing in churches today and still sing on the radio. So you never know what can happen.
That is pretty crazy. I did not know that. But yeah, you're right. You wouldn't know that because of how descriptive an image
the
is in that
imagery
song.
and how she, I mean, it's like she can see it. Like, it's just
It's very vivid. We'll listen to it after the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely one to listen to. But anyways, I had to add that in there.
Hey.
You were talking about the long run, so.
Hey, I'm in it for the long haul. My kids are going to be doing this ministry, and their kids are going to be doing this ministry, and they can just keep it going.
Mm-hmm. Passing down that
God tenacity.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we can hope for. Pass down what we learn to our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be the next T-shirt. God tenacity.
You're welcome.
That's copyright now, guys. So
Yep.
can't take it.
Tap it into God's tenacity.
All right. So, do we have any other final thoughts?
Nope.
Oh, I do want to add one thing. It's not merchandise, it's merch. You got to get in with the today's lingo. It's merch.
I love how it went from merchandising to swag. Now it's merch.
It's merch.
Merch. I prefer swag.
I do too.
It's because we're millennials.
That is true.
We're going to prefer swag.
That is true.
We are going to go on to our next thing. We are going to play a new game, guys.
I'm not looking forward to this.
We are going to do our own audio version of Who's That Pokemon? Yay!
Is it within the first 150?
The first 2 rounds are going to be within we're going to do rounds of 3. And the first 2 rounds are going to be in the 150.
Okay.
The last one is going to stretch out.
Okay.
So to give the rules real quick, the player, you guys, and whoever's listening, will guess the name of a Pokemon based on 5 progressively easier hints. They will receive 1 hint at a time, and they can make a guess after each hint. They have to guess the Pokemon correctly before all 5 hints are given to win the round.
Okay, so you're not waiting for us to give answers. We just give an answer if we know it.
Yeah, or if you guess, you can guess all the way through. I'll tell you if it's right or wrong.
Okay.
The first person to answer between you two will win. If you are a listener and you are playing the game, let's just see how many you get right. And if you get more than them right, let me know in the comments section. So, for an example, hint number 1, this Pokemon is known for its strong electric attacks.
That's too many Pokemon.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's like a lot of them.
Hint 2, this Pokemon evolves from Pichu.
So that's going to be Pikachu.
Okay. So that's pretty much it. Only they will progressively get easier as time goes by. If you didn't watch past like the first 2 seasons, you would not know Pichu. So, I mean, if you think Pikachu, you kind of get it. But if you're at a time where there was no evolution before Pikachu, then you wouldn't get that one. But that is how the game is played. So, since last week we did the auto-generated thing and it was kind of annoying, we can say that it was annoying. And the questions were very robotic and the answers were very repetitive. Okay, too. Raver Mom still beat you.
Yeah.
I'm going to...
Listen, that was sure like... I don't want to say luck, but that was like, you know...
Okay, for this one, I didn't auto-generate anything. I went into my glass case and I pulled out all my Pokemon handbooks, and I'm going to do them from the book. So, are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so hint number 1. This Pokemon's long, thin body can bend in any direction.
How about you put the book up? There we go.
You know what it is?
No. But,
Okay.
I mean, I almost saw the picture.
Okay. So you gotta guess.
Long, thin body that can bend in any direction.
Yep.
Well, it definitely ain't Ditto.
You never know, Ditto could turn into this Pokemon. But that's not the loophole for this game. Not every Pokemon is Ditto.
What's the snake one that Team Rocket had?
Arbok?
Arbok, yeah. Arbok?
Nope, not Arbok.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed Arbok. I'm thinking of a green... Is it Rosalia? Rosalia?
That's not from the first 150.
Well, you know, I don't know that. Okay, go ahead. That was my guess.
Alright, yeah, next one.
This Pokemon is at a height of 2 foot 4 inches.
That does not help.
I'm gonna throw something at him, K2.
Hey, they start
what
out
type
hard,
is it?
they get easier.
Yeah, can you not tell us what type it is?
The hints hold the information.
We're not playing 20 questions, okay?
No.
Oh.
I give the
You said
hint
2 feet?
2 foot 4 inches.
4 inches? That is very specific.
That is very specific.
Oh, this is the Pokemon handbook. It's very specific.
And it can bend.
And it can bend in any direction.
I feel like it's a grass type.
It has to be a grass type.
Yeah. Or one of those weird normals.
I love how they're against each other, but they're working.
We're gonna work together because I feel like we're working against you.
Their tenacity.
Uh-huh.
The tenaciousness.
Oh my goodness.
You ready for another?
Yeah.
Some of their attacks are Vine Whip, Sleep Powder, and Stun Spore.
What is the one with the it looks like a
Venus.
yeah, the Venus flytrap one.
Not the flytrap, but the pitcher plant. I know which one you're talking. I forget its name though.
Oh, Victor Bell is no. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, something Bell.
I have this in my deck. Are you kidding? By that face, yes, it's the one that's in my deck. Isn't it Victory Bell? Is like the stage 2 or whatever?
No, is it Victory Bell? Yeah, I think Victory Bell's the
like stage 2 or 3 or something like that. I'm so mad. I don't like you right now. You're gonna sleep on the couch.
Are you ready for another hint?
Yes.
Yeah.
This Pokemon is a grass type.
Yeah, that doesn't. It's one of James's Pokemon.
Oh my goodness.
I know what it is. I just don't remember the name of it.
Oh Lord. I want to say Bluebell, but that's not it.
Are you ready for the last hint?
Yeah.
Yes.
This Pokemon is a sprout of a guy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go Victory Bell.
You better get that couch comfortable. I know that Victory Bell is the evolution, but I can't think of the beginning one.
This Pokemon is a sprout of a guy.
That doesn't tell me anything. Sprouts?
Do you guys give up?
Yeah, I gave you my final answer, Victory Bell.
Bellsprout.
Bellsprout.
I'm gonna smack him.
You guys kept on saying Bell, Bell, Bell. I give you the other half.
Blue Bell. Okay, yep.
Okay.
Next Pokemon that we won't
number
get.
2.
Oh my goodness.
This Pokemon prefers to stay in the dark.
Ghastly.
No, what's the bat one? The one that's always in the caves.
I know what you're talking about.
I forget the name of it though.
Too bad it's not like Dragon Ball Z. The names are like
Yeah.
creature.
Vegetables. It's that carrot one. No.
Lunch. Yeah, I gave my guess. So.
Okay, your guess was wrong. It stays hidden during the day.
Of course, because it lights the dark. That's not a hint.
That's not a hint.
That is not a second hint.
Fine.
That's just the opposite of the first one.
It weighs 16.5 pounds.
I love how this hand...
What am I, a Pokemon biologist?
We have to be Pokemon masters. Oh, we don't have the tenacity of Ash right now.
Your tenacity is to kill me.
No, I'm just going to couch you.
You ready for the next
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
The first part of this Pokemon's name is where you see all the animals.
Is where you see all the... Zubat. Zubat.
And K2 got it.
Listen, good job, K2, because, at this point, I just want to throw something.
Let me get my paper out to keep the score.
Yep. See, he didn't even think we were going to get points. He wasn't even ready.
My bad.
Uh-huh. He's enjoying this. Next time we need to come up with a game to put him in the hot seat.
We do.
Well, what?
2 against 1.
Well, after we play your guys' round, if we still have time, you can put me through a round or two. All right.
We should add our kids in this. They'd spank all of us.
Oh, that would be a fun episode.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What? You don't want to get beat by 3 kids?
Nope.
Listen, our 15-year-old would spank
sure.
all of us. His brain, oh my goodness. Anyways, going on. Number 3.
This Pokemon is amazingly adaptive.
Ditto!
No, it's not Ditto.
Find out in the next episode if Rev is couched.
Need more information.
This Pokemon does not have a natural evolution.
Eevee?
And he got it.
I was thinking water type, but like a water one.
Yeah.
But good job.
If a group of this Pokemon infests the same tree, they can be very destructive.
Oh.
It's the eggs! I don't know their name. Executor.
No.
Execute.
No.
No?
Oh. Say it one more time.
If a group of these Pokemon infest the same tree, they can be very destructive.
Beedrill.
No.
No.
Spearow.
No.
Give me another one. I'm done.
I want another hit.
K2.
I know what it is. I forget the name.
This Pokemon is known for giving off spores with special properties.
Okay, maybe it's not the one I'm thinking of then.
Infests a tree?
The only one that I can think of that gives off spores is
It's the
plume. Yeah, plume.
yeah,
like the mushroom
the
one.
mushroom
Plume.
one. But that's not gonna infest a tree.
No.
I think he's making these up.
Give me another one.
This Pokemon's attacks consist of Stun Spore, Cross Poison, Leech Life, Aromatherapy, Rage Power, and X-Scissor.
Is it Scyther? Oh my goodness. Sizor?
Scyther.
Scyther? No.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Cut, but like none of that else, nothing else like fits it.
Can you tell us what type?
Well, that's the next hint. You guys ready for it?
Yeah.
This is a bug grass type.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what
so
that's
it's
what I
not
figured.
Scyther.
Well,
What's Caterpie's? Caterpie turns into...
Nope.
I guess I need to start reading up on some Pokemon if you don't keep doing this.
We're only doing it every once in a while.
It's okay, I can borrow some from my students.
You guys ready for the next
Yeah.
hint?
Yes.
This Pokemon's color palette is orange and yellow.
Orange and yellow.
Well, Beedrill is yellow and black.
The only yellow and orange one I'm thinking of is the otter.
That's outside of the 150.
Yeah. Oh, it is? Yeah, you're right. It is out of the 150. That's the only one that I can think of that's orange and yellow.
It's a bug grass type. If a group of them infest the same tree, they are very destructive. Their possible moves or the attacks are Cross Poison, Stun Spore, Poison Powder, Aromatherapy, Rage Powder, and X-Scissor. It's a bug grass type, and its colors are orange and yellow.
I don't know.
I did all my guesses.
Parasect.
What's it look like?
Yeah,
You
what's
gotta
that one
show
look
me
like?
this. Oh! Paras is... How do you say...
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paris is.
See, I was
evolution.
thinking gloom.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
I thought that was a water type.
You know what? I think you need to give us a study session. 24-hour warning.
All right.
Didn't know we were being tested tonight.
This will be your last Pokemon for the first round.
Oh, thanks.
So yeah, we're doing
Oh,
4
joy.
Pokemon per round. All right. This Pokemon spends much of its time along the riverbank.
Squirtle.
Give me another one. Too many.
You ready for another hint?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It often uses its tail for fishing.
Well, that puts out Bulbasaur.
It's tail for fishing. Yeah, I think I need one more.
It's known as the Dopey Pokemon.
Psyduck?
Nope.
Is it Snorlax?
Nope.
Dopey. Dopey.
How many times can you say Dopey in about a minute? Dopey.
We could say it a lot. All I gotta say is Rev.
Oh, Slowpoke.
You got it.
Slow, bro.
All right, so winner of the first round goes to K2.
Yay.
Round 2.
Yeah.
This Pokemon looks a lot like a Pokeball.
Electrode.
Electrode, yeah.
You got it.
Why did you look at me like...
Well, that was a very fast one. You got that one.
Well, because that was our son's favorite in the very beginning, because it looked like a Pokeball.
You know the theory behind Ghastly's being the ghost of Electrode?
Yep.
Really?
Because
Yeah.
of the fact that it has the same eyes and shape as a Voltorb.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And after they use self-destruct, where do they go?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a theory out.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
This Pokemon has multiple brains, but they're all identical.
Is that execute?
I'm going to take a shot at the Dark Diglett.
Nope.
Multiple brains, but what?
It has multiple heads, but its brain are identical.
Magnetite.
Nope.
I'm going to say another hint, please.
It is a normal flying type.
Normal flying?
With multiple heads?
Yep. Why they said it's a flying type, I have no idea. But it's down here as a flying type.
Oh, I know which one it is. I forget the name of it.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Helps me out.
It does.
Ready for the next hint?
It does. That's why I didn't say the name or what it is.
It's known as the twin bird Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know the name of that one. I know which one you're talking about.
I know which one it is. I forget the name of it, though.
I don't know the name. So.
Its name is inspired by the dodo bird.
The Drio?
Dudrio, yeah. Dudrio.
Close, but no potatoes.
Isn't it like D? It's D-U...
Dudrio, isn't it? Or that's the evolved?
That's probably the evolved form. Is it Duo?
Duo.
You got the
Dutrio?
last half of the name. You need to put the first half on.
Duo.
There you go.
Duo.
Yeah.
Thank you, boy. Thank you, son. I remember what it looks like now.
Mm-hmm.
It all clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now after he was fascinated about that one too. Which he gets fascinated about all of them, but anyways.
This Pokemon is purple.
Arbok.
Nope.
Ditto.
Nope.
Move on. Next one.
This Pokemon has a glowing rainbow of colors produced by its core.
What?
This Pokemon has a glowing rainbow of colors produced by its core.
But it's purple.
That's
Umbreon?
Nope.
Colors by its core. And it's purple?
Yep.
I'm gonna need more.
Yeah, more.
It is known as the Gem of the Sea.
Oh, Staryu. Starring?
It's Staryu.
No.
No?
No.
It's a star.
And I think you mispronounced.
Starmie? No. Starmie.
Yeah, Starmie. That's what I said.
You said Star Ring.
No.
No, he said Starmie.
You said Starmie. It
Starmie.
sounded like you said an R.
No, give it to
Starmie.
him. He
Okay.
said Starmie.
Oh, you got it.
I'm like, because Staryu is the evolved one, right? Is Staryu...
Staryu is the base evolution.
Yeah, Staryu.
And then Starmie is...
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm like, wait a minute. That one's purple. The other one is like red or something.
Yeah, brown.
All right. You ready for the next one?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. His fury increases as his blood flow, and powers up its muscles.
Hitmonchan?
No.
Hitmonchamp.
Nope.
Machop? Oh.
Yeah, I guessed I'm gonna need to know.
Yeah, another one.
Its intelligence drops sharply during a rage.
It's not Machop?
Nope.
Or
Yeah, I thought
am
it
I
was
saying
one-
it right?
You're
one of
saying
them.
it right. It's not Machop.
But- Yeah, I thought it was one of them.
Nope.
It's either mine or it. How is it not one of the ones we've already said? Give us another one.
Simple, it's not. It is also known as a pig monkey.
Oh.
He got a pig nose and a big
Yep.
brown fluff ball.
Yeah,
I don't know the name of that one.
Ball.
It's something monkey, isn't it? No. Yeah, I don't know the name of it. I could tell you what
Yeah,
it looks
I
like.
could tell. Yep. Passing on the name. I know what it is. I forget the name though.
It's got little lanky
Lanky arms with
arms
like
and
mittens
legs.
on. Yeah.
And, yeah, I don't know
Yep.
what the name of it is.
If this Pokemon were to enter a boxing match, it'd be prime time.
Primate.
Yep.
Yes.
I got onto that one.
Okay, so we are leaving this with Raver Mom in the lead
How
for round 2.
Oh my goodness.
For the overall right now, K2 is ahead by 1.
Oh, okay.
Now for the ultra hard round, we're switching over to the super extra deluxe essential handbook.
That's with a bunch of them.
Yeah, this is the one that has over 400 in it. This is where you gotta think your cards.
I know. Gotta get out my binders again.
Alright. This Pokemon's eyes are specially developed to enable it to see clearly even in the murky darkness and minimal light.
Is it not? Well, I need more information on that.
I concur.
It rotates its head 180 degrees to sharpen its intellectual power.
It's an owl. What's an owl? What's the owl one? It's an owl. It's the owl.
It's an owl?
That's what I think it is.
That is creepy.
Because owls can rotate their
they
heads,
can rotate,
and they have eyes to be able to see in the dark. But I don't know the name of it. I know what it is.
I don't remember
Is it
Pokemon being
Owlet?
able to do that.
No, there's one that's called Owlet, but
I'm skipping it. I'm still out drawing a blank.
go ahead. Another one.
It is found in the Alola, Galar, Johto, and Kalos regions.
Yeah, that definitely narrows it down for us. Thanks, Rev.
I don't even know the regions in Pokemon.
I don't think that should be a hint. Give us another hint. You can look at me and stare at me all you want.
This bird is a knockout.
That's a hint on the name.
Yeah.
It's a bird, meaning it's an owl.
Look out.
Uh-uh.
I don't know.
Knockowl? I don't know.
Extremely close.
Knockowl.
Knockout?
No.
Night owl?
No.
So knockowl is closer.
No.
Nickel? I don't
No.
know. Play on my middle name.
You ready for the last
Yeah.
hint?
Sure.
Put a T in the middle.
Noctoot?
Nope.
Noctowl.
There you
Knocked
go.
Oh, like nocturnal.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I have that card.
Yep. Here we go.
Oh, jeez.
This can be said to be our kid, so watch out.
Primate?
This Pokemon's body is full of poisonous gas.
Glue?
No.
I gave 2 guesses. Oh my goodness. Oh, Ghastly!
Ghastly, yeah.
No.
That's what I would have guessed.
Ghastly is not a... Ghastly is a ghost type. He doesn't
No,
exude gas.
No, what's the, Weezer.
Weezer. Weezer
right?
is a gas
Weezer,
type.
right? Alright, what's another hint?
There's not a Pokemon called Weezer.
Is it wheezing?
It's Weezing.
Wheezing.
Well, hey, he was close. My goodness, you and your books.
It floats into garbage dumps, seeking out the fumes of raw, rotting trash.
Oh goodness, I have no idea.
Oh no, it's the evolved form of it, I think.
I thought the evolved form was Weezer, so...
No, it got another one. It's like, got like a top hat on now. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna...
Wow, for somebody who doesn't go past the 150,
Right? Is
you're
it?
going way, way, way
I
under
think
the
because
numbers.
that's like, I remember seeing it. Is that, am I right at least?
No.
No? Okay.
No, but I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, I don't know, another clue.
Yeah, another clue.
This Pokemon is found fighting with James.
Fighting with?
With? Yeah, so it's
Alongside.
Yeah.
That'd be
Weezer.
Wheezing.
Wheezing?
Arbok? No,
Weezing,
what?
Weezing
Oh.
came later down the road.
Even in the beginning, they had a snake and they had some kind of...
Yeah, the toxic floating ball thing.
I sent you a video and somebody made a nightlight of it, isn't it?
No, that was Weezing.
Well, I don't know.
Pass.
I'm clueless. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Coughing.
Oh my!
That's it. Yep.
I need to leave. Oh. No, it's okay, because in my head, I can hear them say, coughing. Like,
Yep.
oh.
Alright. This Pokemon is a long thought to be myth.
A Snorlax.
Nope.
I mean, name any legendary Pokemon. Moltres.
Nope.
Next clue.
This Pokemon's existence was only recently confirmed by a fisherman who caught one.
So it's a fish. So it's a water type. A Lapras or something?
Nope.
Okay.
Getting closer. But no.
Passing.
Want another hint?
Yep.
Yes.
It's a dragon type.
Dragonair.
No.
I was thinking Lapras too now, but
No, it has to do with a Dragonair or a dragon something. There's a Pokemon that has dragon in the name. Did they ride it?
No.
They didn't ride that one.
That was Lapras that they wrote.
yeah,
Go ahead, another hint.
yeah. Another hint.
Team Rocket wanted Ditto to turn into this Pokemon.
That doesn't help me. Is it Dragonite?
No.
No, not ringing any bells.
Keep going.
This is a free hint for you guys. You are in the right family.
I know. I know. I know. Can you tell me how big it is? Just kidding, please. Don't.
Here's the next
Make
hint.
it different.
Compared to its evolutions, it's teeny.
I thought Dragonair was the small one.
Nope, I'm still drawing a blank.
I feel like that's part of the name. Dragontini? Dragonall?
The teeny?
Keep going.
You guys got what, one hint left?
I don't know.
I don't know another hint I can give you. I mean, it's blue.
Listen, I know what you're talking.
What's bad is you guys know what it is. You just don't know the
Is dragon in the name?
No.
No.
No. I have this card. I have the image right here. And it's so adorable because it's one of the cards I picked out on one of our...
Huh? Lamis? No.
Can you tell us what it starts with?
A D.
Oh my god.
Lapis?
Asking, thinking that's gonna help. Oh my goodness.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm tapping out. Okay, what is it?
You sure you want to know?
No!
It's Dratini.
Well, you were right. What is teeny in the name?
And it's very small compared to Dragonair
I
and Dragonite.
I'm so mad right now. I need to redeem myself on that one. My goodness.
Alright. This Pokemon shell is said to be filled with joy.
Squirtle.
Nope.
Another hint.
It is considered to be a symbol of good luck.
Another hint.
Brock, Misty, and Ash fought over this.
Togepi!
There you go.
Yep.
And currently you guys are tied.
Cool. I'm doing better than I thought.
I believe there's only one Pokemon left to
Alright.
go.
Alrighty.
This is the tiebreaker, guys.
That is if we get it at the same time, then we're just gonna be...
You haven't had a fire type. Let's try to get a fire type.
You want a fire type?
I want a fire type. We haven't had a fire type, I feel like.
Alright, so first hint. This Pokemon keeps its foes at bay with the intensity of its flames and the gust of its superheated air.
Charizard. I'm just going to throw out the first fire type I can think of.
No.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This Pokemon applies its outstanding nimbleness to dodge attacks even while scorching the foe with flames.
I feel like that's the same as the hint you just gave.
No.
Moltres.
Nope. Not
Moltres a bird?
Yeah, Moltres. Firebird.
That's what I was thinking. It's a bird.
This is known as a volcano Pokemon.
Is it a bird?
It's a turtle.
Turtle. Keep going.
It's funny as you guys are asking me questions and I can't answer them. It goes against the rules of the game, guys.
You give hints and you don't even realize it. It's called body language. Keep going. Next hint.
This Pokemon needs somebody to lava.
Lava rock?
No.
Go ahead.
Next hint?
Love rock?
No.
No. All right. Yeah. Another hint.
It's got flame quills.
Flame quills?
Quilava? Am I right?
Yes.
Am I seriously right?
Yes, and with that, Raver Mom
Yep, she
has
wins.
won.
Hold on, no, I don't
Yeah.
believe you. Are you serious? That is a Pokemon
That's
name?
a Pokemon name.
Quilava is the name of the Pokemon.
Yes, it's Cyndaquil something. Right there.
Oh.
Where? Oh, down here at
That
the
one,
bottom?
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because the last hint was going to be put two of my hints together, and I've already given you the name.
Wow. I can't believe I won. I'm sorry, Kate.
You're good.
Yes, you won that one.
Woohoo! Yay me! 2 weeks in a row. By sure chance, I guess.
Yeah, by the hair of the pig's
Yep.
chinny chin chin.
Hey.
I'm not calling you a pig.
That's right.
Lord of mercy, I'm not that stupid. Any last thoughts?
Nope.
No, you good?
I'm good.
All right. So as we bring another exciting episode to an end, let us remember Romans 12:21. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. And in those times when we have evil coming against us and entering our lives, let us remember verse 20. To the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. For by doing so, you will heap burning coals onto his head. Or we should kill them with kindness. Let's pray. Father God, I thank you for bringing us together. I thank you for seeing it fit in our walk of life to bring our paths together as one, to do something amazing that not many have done before, if any have, to spread your word in a medium that is so fun and crazy to think about. And God, as we wrap up this episode, let us remember that you are with us in every story. Whether animated or real, I pray that you, Father God, will help us to see you in everything we do and watch. Well, thanks for tuning in to Rev's Otaku Talk. Don't forget to like and follow us on our Facebook page, Rev's Otaku Talkers, X and Waku Waku, username Reverend Otaku 9000. Please leave a comment and review and share your favorite anime moments with us. Until next time, I hope you keep your anime collection strong and your faith stronger. See you later, guys.
Have a good night.
That's that. You gotta keep it up at the top.
The
Wait, so
original.
you're a teacher. When do we use Riz?